Hey guys, welcome back to The Art of Craftsmanship. My name is Dustin, and first off, to start this video, we just want to say a huge thank you to all of our subscribers. We just reached 20,000 subscribers, which is a huge milestone, so thank you guys so much. This channel is for you, for our subscribers, for all of those of you who have watched the videos and liked and commented and subscribed. Thank you guys so much. And also thank you to those of you who comment on the questions that we asked. So during the last video when I was making the Bushcraft Sheath, I mentioned that I was going to be making a custom handle for my fire steel, and thank you to those of you who commented and said definitely yes, you want to see that. This video is for you guys. So today in the shop we are going to be making that custom handle. So this is a fire steel that I purchased. This comes with a plastic handle. I'm going to be cutting this off of this, and I'm going to be using the same materials that I used on the Bushcraft knife to make a new handle. So that'll be the black walnut, the same liners, and the same brass for the lanyard hole. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to actually trim this down to two pieces. So this is the actual same piece of wood that I used for the handle. So it's already marked off of the center, so I'm just going to go ahead and run that center line down. And I'm going to go about 2 inches to start with. My whole handle will probably end up being about 1.5 inches or 1.75 inches, but this should be plenty to have enough there to be able to glue it all together and sand and remove what I don't need and have enough left over, so it should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and just trace these on to my piece of liner material. It's just a little bit of material around it, so I can trim down to it later. And then we'll also cut these out on the bandsaw. I'm just going to mark off my blocks so I know how they fit together. And then I'll go ahead and flatten both of these inner faces on the sander. So there's a few little bits of figuring and marking that I'll need to do for the fire steel handle. First of all, this current handle is only about 1.25 inches. I want to have probably 1.75 inches, so I'm going to add about 1.5 inches. Right now I have about 2 inches of wood, so we'll go ahead and just mark this off. Let me start from here. I'm just going to mark off my 1.75 inches so I know where the bottom of the handle will be. And I want to do a center line as well. We have 1.5 inches, so I'll mark that off at 3/4 inch. And there are a few little things that I want to have. So the brass rod will be making a mechanical hole that'll go all the way through, and that'll be where the lanyard will go through. But just to be sure that this holds really well, I'm going to be drilling some holes through the wood and through the brass liners. Not all the way through, so you won't be able to see them, but they'll be inside, which will just create some more mechanical hold. It'll give some space for the epoxy to run all the way through, just to make some more mechanical holds in the bottom of the handle, so it doesn't pop off at some point in the future when I'm actually out in the bush using it. I'm gonna go ahead and rough up all my surfaces on some high grit sandpaper, just to make sure that there's plenty of texture and material for that glue to grab onto for those liners in the wood. So we'll go ahead now and we'll tape this up, and once we tape it all up, then we'll have it ready and it'll be solid, kind of the way it's going to be, and then I'll drill all the way through where the lanyard hole is going to go. Just gonna go ahead and pull everything apart now and clean everything with mineral spirits to make sure I have just the best bond. I don't want to get any dust or any bits of this material in the glue bond, so I'll clean everything now and then we'll start the glue up. Just using a 30-minute 2-part epoxy, I'm going to go ahead and mix this up 1-to-1. And once we mix it up, then we have 30 minutes of working time, so it's plenty of time to get all the pieces glued up. All right, I have everything nice and glued up all together. So because this is nice flat surfaces, I'm just going to use 2 clamps, just regular spring clamps, and that'll give more than enough pressure on these to hold everything together. So that should be good. We'll go ahead and let this set up completely for 24 hours, and we'll come back tomorrow and we'll continue the process. It's been a couple of days, but we're back in the shop. We've given the glue plenty of time to set up. It looks like everything is nice and straight and clean. So we're gonna go ahead and just trim off all the excess glue and straighten everything up, flatten it out on the belt sander and the grinders. So now I'm gonna go ahead and trim off this existing handle, this plastic handle, because I wanna know how much material I have, so that way I can set the depth of my drill press and actually be able to drill the right amount of depth into that to feed in my fire steel. Looks like this was about 1/4 of an inch in the existing handle. I'm going to go a little bit more, so I'm going to go up to about 1/2 inch, and I'll just transfer that over onto here as well. And I'll probably end up drilling down just a smidge more just to make sure I have enough room in the bottoms for epoxy. But I'm also going to go ahead and now just grind on the grinder a few spots around the outside edge of this, just to give it a little bit more tooth on the edge to hang on to once I glue it in. Same way that I do with my hidden tang knives, where I'll kind of go in and I'll notch out the tang to give it some more kind of teeth to hang on to the glue. I'm going to do that just a few spots around this fire steel as well, for the same reason. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and drill a pilot hole first, and then we'll drill the full-size hole. I've trimmed off all the majority of the wood with the bandsaw, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up all the flats now, and then I'll go back and I'm actually going to octagonalize this entire thing so it's an octagonal handle, and then I'll also chamfer around the top as well. All right, guys, well, unfortunately, I did run into a little bit of problem, something that I did not foresee when I was doing all my planning, but it just shows you do all your planning, do the best you can do, and sometimes you run into your little problems. As you saw, I did kind of sand down into those epoxy pins, so earlier on I drilled through the handle material and the liner to give some strength, add some more epoxy pins inside this handle, but at the time I didn't think about how much I was going to be sanding it down. I did sand into those pins. It's not going to affect at all the effectiveness of this handle. It's still going to work perfectly. And if I were Alex Steele, I would scrap the whole project and start all over, but I'm not. So I'm just going to use this as a learning experience and just, you know, move on with it. I am going to go ahead and glue in the fire steel and finish sanding and finish this up. And I'll be making some more, but I'm going to use this as a learning experience in the future. I won't do as many epoxy pins or won't, you know, I may not even need them at all. I was just trying to be extra safe and give some extra strength to it. But we're going to go ahead and move on and finish this up. I'm going to go ahead and finish sanding it up with a little bit of 400 grit sandpaper just to finish it off, before we do the finish oiling. I'm just finishing this up with boiled linseed oil. Again, this is the same thing I did for the Bushcraft knife handle. We'll go ahead and test the fit. If it's nice and secure in the loop and lines up really nice in that space. This even looks good. And then I have just the lanyard goes down to keep it on. Fit test is good. Let's go ahead and try the glow in the dark test. Yeah, those are cool. Glowing well, look good. All right, guys, well, this has been a fun project. I ran into a few little snafus along the way, a few little mistakes that I'm not super happy with, but it did turn out pretty well, and I'm happy enough. It'll work well, and it's going to do its job. So it's been a fun project. Along the way, we made the Bushcraft knife and the Bushcraft sheath, and now we've just kind of topped off the whole thing with the fire steel, the matching handle, and it's just been a kind of a fun journey. Along the way, we did kind of reach the goal of 20,000 subscribers, and we're kind of coming up on 25,000. So if you're interested, just drop us a comment in this video. Let us know what you think about this, the whole Bushcraft knife, sheath, and flint striker. And we'll choose one of the comments, one of the ones that we like. If you drop us an interesting or funny comment, we're going to choose one and we're going to do a giveaway. So as soon as we hit 25,000 subscribers, we're going to give away a Bushcraft axe. And similar to the one that I modded from the Bushcraft hatchet into the Bushcraft axe. So to be able to be entered into that giveaway, we want you to comment on this video. So anyone who comments, we'll go ahead and we'll pick either the most interesting or the most funny comment on the video. And for that subscriber, we will be doing a quick video on the giveaway axe, and we'll send it to you. Just as a thank you to all you guys out there who've been watching and subscribing. This has been a fun journey, and we're reaching some of those kind of those goals that we originally set for ourselves when we met this channel. So we want to give a big thank you to you guys and give away a cool Bushcraft axe. That video that I did, the Bushcraft axe video, has the most views of all my videos so far. So for those of you out there, go ahead and comment, and we'll send it out to you for free, no charge, just as a thank you. So this is a really cool project. It's been fun. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you do hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Again, comment to be in the running for that 25,000 subscriber giveaway. And follow us on Instagram at The Art of Craftsmanship. I, again, always try to put up pictures there. So it's been a good video. It's been a fun couple days in the shop, and we'll see you guys in the next one.